I was, I was going fishing in a dinghy tonight. Got a pound of ragworm, and as everything else that I do goes completely wrong, this has gone a bit pear-shaped. So I went and bought an engine to go fishing. Bought a Yamaha engine, 4-horse, and I bought a sib. Well, it's a rib. And the idea was to go out and fish in the harbour tonight because I had a pound of ragworm. I already had my dinghy, but I thought, no, I'll sell that one and get a sib to go out in. So I bought this, right? And I thought, right, got a pound of ragworm. Oi, Simon. Oi, like arseholes. Richard, hello. Right, so I bought this and I thought, I can go fishing, can't I? In the harbour, use up my pound of ragworm. But as with everything else I do in life, I gets there to buy it and it's half flat. And I ain't got a pump, and so I can't pump it up. So I thought, shit, as normal, what do I do now? Like I say, I just bought the engine, Yamaha 4-horse engine to go on the back of it. Got all the gear, got all my fishing gear, pound of ragworm, rods, flask of tea, everything. And it ain't high water till 2 o'clock in the morning. So not only have I got a boat that needs pumping up, and an engine that wants the carburetor, Mervyn Skidmore, yard, sure there is a pump about. I don't know, I wouldn't even know where to look, Merv. So I got my boat out of the water, the Predator's out, and I thought, it's coming to the end of the season. It's all gone Pete Tong, yeah. Woodshed, I'll have a look. So I've took her out, because it's the end of the season now, nearly, and I thought I'd do a bit of fishing in the harbour. And look, I say, turns out I got it. It's like a jelly mould. California beach fishing. How are we doing? Yeah. Hi, Peter. Basically, yeah. Hi, Stone. Yeah. There ain't no water. It's all mud. I could drive down to Langston and put it in there, but that means I'd have to lift it back on the roof. When I bought the boat, I had to put it on the roof of my car. Well, as we know, my car's an old bottler anyway, so that don't matter. So I ratchet strapped it to the top. Andrew and FC, how you doing, buddy? I thought, that don't worry, I'll chuck on back on top of the car. But the engine, the man said, yeah, look, it's all running and everything. It took him about 15 pulls to get it started. And I thought, I don't want to be stuck out there with an engine that's going to sort of maybe give me some grease. All right, Richard. So, I don't know what to do now. I've got a pound of ragworm, all my gear, and no idea. I think that's how it goes, isn't it? I couldn't organise the proverbial piss up in a brewery, me. Every time I tries to mind you, thinking about it, who goes out at retirement days? How you doing, buddy? Ski, hello, buddy. Yeah, who goes out at like 8 o'clock at night, buys an engine you don't know, a boat you don't know, with the view with the view of going out in Portsmouth Harbour in the dark fishing? Me. Nobody else is it, only me. So I'm a bit gutted. So I'm in the, I've also brought the boat in the yard, and the gentleman that's on night watch is a member of the committee, and the first thing he said to me was, have you informed the committee you're bringing another boat into the yard? Which I said no, because I've only just bought it. So I got bollocked for that as well. So I've bought a half pumped up boat, an engine that starts when it wants to, and got a bollocking. Piers, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, I thought, look, I'm not gonna just not go out. I've got to tell you guys what's going on. But yeah, that's sort of sums my life up. Yeah, welcome to my world, Rich. Originally, I was going to put the engine on the back of my, that's a little Parker 9-foot dinghy. And I was going to put it on the back of that. But she is so low on the stern. It's a short shaft engine. But I thought, in the dark, middle of Portsmouth Harbour, in a fiberglass dinghy, ain't the brightest thing in the world to do. Don't forget your membership probation lasts another 22 years. Yeah, I thought, I don't really want to sink to add even more insult to injury. So, I thought, shit, what do I do now? So I've got, like I say, a pound of ragworm. Don't point in it to you, surely. That's right. I mean, like the fella said, the engine has been sat for a while, which is fair enough. And it was shown running in the picture. But when he tried to start it, first of all, it locked up. Got 60 horse on the back of a 3.6 metre rib. I think that'd go, wouldn't it? Got heavy rain tonight, might have some lightning and thunder. Ah, cushy. Well, I would have been in an engine, in a boat. I've got a pair of oars, luckily enough. I had a pair of oars from my last ship, so I have got them, because this boat didn't come with no oars, no pump, no seat, no nothing. But I don't really fancy rowing all the way down through Portsmouth Harbour. And especially if it's going to rain, and knowing my luck, there'll be pestilence and locust and everything else will happen. I won't be out till Christmas. Okay. Oh, bloody hell, sorry to hear that, Rich. Yeah, so my plan so far ain't working. So I've got 20 quid's worth of ragworm. Oi, Stu. That I'm going to have to freeze down. A half flat boat. And an engine with an attitude problem. No water, lots of mud. So if I ever offers to take anyone fishing, take it with a pinch of salt, because you probably get there won't be no sea there to put the boat in, and we won't be able to go. I just phoned Sue up, excuse me, told her, like, of my disastrous, like, attempt. She just took the piss and laughed, but that's normal. In the south, yellow weather warning in place for tonight and tomorrow. Well, that would have added insult to injury, wouldn't it? Book me on that trip. I thought I'd get the Predator out because I'm not using it enough, and I don't like leaving her sat on the mooring. And I wanted to put another solar panel on her anyway. So I thought, bugger, get it out of the water. Oi, Steve. I've just got a bollocking, Steve, for bringing a sib into the yard without telling the committee first. But I only bought the thing half hour ago, so I didn't really have much time. But yeah, so I'm having it bang off at the minute. You can go on. I saw that. I was signed in Vince Skidmore. Oh, don't do this to me. Nice little rib. Ain't got a lot of air in it, but it's a nice little rib. So what a night so far. So I've got to either wait till 2 o'clock in the morning until the sea comes in and fill off the pontoon on the club, or run away. No, Rich. Pablo, how you doing? How's it doing? I'm absolutely good night. Bought a boat that's half blown up. Not blown up as boom, but pumped up. Bought an engine that don't want to start when it wants to start, and there ain't no seawater at the club. So I'm doing quite well at the moment. Yeah, the compressor won't do it, Steve, because, excuse me, it's got to have the thing that screws into the fittings on the sib to blow it up. So I've got to buy one of them. By which time I'll buy one of them, have it delivered, pump the boat up, take the engine home tonight, sort the carburetor out tomorrow, put a new plug in it, get the engine running right. My ragworm will have died. So, fun is being had by all. 35 in the chat. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Disasters Are Us. Excuses. I walked down to the gate, Steve. I had a look, and the water ain't got to the end where everything in within 300 yards is sat on mud. Now I looked on the tide chart, and in my head, bear in mind this is my fucking head, I thought our tide was 10 o'clock. Can you put the rag in the fridge? It's already been in the fridge, lights and salts, for 2 days. I mean, last time I went out fishing, when I had the mackerel, I had a pound of rag I bought, but that came straight off the bait digger, so it was brand fire new. I went out, only caught a little bream on ragworm, so I thought, right, I'll go out and feather for mackerel. Of course, I never used any more ragworm, so I got a whole pound of ragworm. I was down earlier, saw Reedy walking back from his muck. Yeah, I'm even with my chest waders on, not that I could drag this thing anyway, I'd have to walk 100 yards to find the sea. I don't believe, whatever am I up to? Could always sit on my boat and just sulk. So, basically I've got 3 boats, 2 engines, and no sea to put any of the above in. What do I do? Look on the bright side, you'll get up. You get, yeah, you'll get me watch hours up. It's a nice night and all. That's the bit that's bugging me as well. There's not a breath of wind. I could have got out there having fun, sat in me rubber boat, and now I can't. So, unfortunately, don't look like I'm going anywhere. Alright, Steve, welcome to the disaster. Oh. So yeah, there's not much I can do about it, guys. Bloody light. Car full of gear. And can't go nowhere. So I'm going to have to count you fish off the edge. There is no edge. Unfortunately, I'm right down the arse end of Portsmouth Harbour. So walk out of the boatyard gates to the ramp, to the slipway, and then I suppose the sea's 100 yards away. So and I ain't rigged for beach fishing, because obviously I've only got boat rods. And I can't cast worth a toffee anyway, so unless the fish were about 10 foot in front of me and surrendering and absolutely Hank Marvin, I doubt if I'll catch anything. Good old done, wasn't it? Oi, Stevie. Yeah. So, pretty much stuffed, don't I? Don't look like I'm going anywhere. The idea was there, but like I say, I can't seem to organise anything. Shame I caught a nice mullet close in there, but yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, another. Let me put it down here a minute. Ugh. If I wanted to sit here till what time? High tide's 1:30, I think. So that's 3 hours before. So about 11 o'clock. The water would be in, but you know, like shallow, but in. But if I was going to fish into the harbour, I'd have to wait till 1 o'clock in the morning and either fish off the club pontoon. I've got everything sorted, and all. I've got a gallon of petrol on the way down to picking the engine up. Got my best bit of t-shirt on, not ready to go. And I'm not going anywhere. Complete plonker. So, forecast tomorrow is heavy rain, apparently. So I'll spend tomorrow servicing the engine I just bought, order a pump, then I've got to get the mop out and the machine and mop the side of me Parker dinghy to mop all the black marks off it where it's bumped into the side of the rubber on the dock. If you're off the pontoon, watch out for the the gull hawk, yeah. And then I can sail the Parker dinghy. And just keep the half-flat inflatable and go and play in that. Oh, what? I'm a complete and utter plonker. Can't believe I got the tides wrong. But there you go, I suppose. That's what comes from being old. I'd ask Al if anybody knew how Will was doing, but he's gone like on membership only, isn't he? So but it's a lovely night. It's not a breath of wind here. Will, have you got to mend the puncture in the rear? No, it's the fella pumped it up. And his mum said the same, so I do believe him, because like, he wasn't there when I got there, his mum was there, and I felt that it was soft, and I said, when was the last, do you know when he pumped it up last? And she said, he pumped it up about a month ago. Chunks! Live tonight, open night. Oh, okay. Yeah, she said he pumped it up about a month ago, so it hasn't got a leak per se. Now, if you want to fish now, Bill, I'll wait till tomorrow when he's not doing this. Okay, buddy, thanks, lots and salts. Yeah, so it ain't got a puncture. It's just been sat for a month in the sun. And it's a fiberglass bottom. It's a rib, not a sib, which is what I wanted, because so that I can like run it up stones and stuff. Or if you know, if you go across shallow water, you're not going to puncture a hole in the bottom of it. And it's big enough for me. It's 3 metre. It's 3 metres, I think. But it's big enough to chuck a bit of gear in. And like I say, a 4-horse Yamaha, that 4-stroke, that push it along all right. I just didn't see the point of leaving the Predator in there, like going up and down on the tide. Although I put, because it had never been anti-fouled before the Predator, and so I anti-foul primered it properly and then anti-fouled it as well. So you know it's quite, it don't do any damage to it sitting on the mud. But I thought I might as well get her in. Oi, Chunks. Yeah. So basically, that's how my night's gone. And sure as eggs is eggs. I'll get the engine sorted, I'll get a pump and blow it up, and the weather will change, won't it? The weather will turn into 100-mile-an-hour winds and storms, and tomorrow morning Tiggy from the yard, the bosun, will be bollocking me for having 2 dinghies in here. So I'll get told off for that as well. So I'll have to sell the Parker dinghy, the 9-foot Parker. I'll have to sell that pretty quick, so I don't own it no more, so I can't get told off for that. And I've got to get a set of wheels for the back of the rib as well, because it's got the brackets but not the wheels or the bars that hold the wheels. So it'll give me something to do. But like I say, it was a lovely night. And in my head, it was a good plan. Go and buy an engine at 7 o'clock at night that you've never seen before and don't know if it runs good or it's going to break down. Then go straight from there to the man's house, 8 o'clock at night, buy an inflatable that's half inflated and think I'm going to go fishing. Having said that, if me predator was still in the water, I still wouldn't have been able to go fishing because there ain't no water. I'm going to get bollocked tomorrow for having an extra dinghy in here. Wonder if I could sort of like get away with it. Yeah, I thought it was a good plan, Steve. I just expected the sib to be fully blown, the rib to be fully blown up, and the engine to start without having to pull it 35 times. So I'll service that in the morning, put a new plug in it, take the carb off, ultrasound that, put it all back together and get it so it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Wait for a pump to turn up, pump up me rib, and I'll be ready to go. Put it on top of your other boat, and yeah, that was the idea, Rich. I thought, but it took 2 of us to lift it, and he was a young lad, to lift, and I'm an old fart and fall to bits. Took 2 of us to lift it onto the roof of the car. And there's no way in God's earth I'm going to be able to lift that up on my own and sit it on top of the Parker dinghy. I suppose I could say that the inflatable is a spare in case the Parker sinks. A double-decker dinghy. Why can't I organise anything? Yeah, it's a rib. Yeah, not a sib, a rib. Which is, like I say, what I wanted, one with a fiberglass bottom, so that, like, in my luck, if I'm going in shallow water, I don't punch a hole in the bottom of it and sink. Plus, they go better on the water. Not with a 4-horse Suzuki, I will admit. I mean, but I didn't want something. I didn't want to go around at a million miles an hour in it. But it'd be ideal when I actually do get to use it. I'll be able to go eating it. Yeah, it's a rib. Oh, shut it. Oh. It's got the fiberglass bottom in it. Oh. There she is in all her glory. Best bit of sib, rib, I lied. At the moment, it's a bit. You look kind of seeing a jelly mould. It's not my fault. It's definitely not my fault. Look, looks like a pair of dog ears hanging down. Gonna struggle a bit with a skier. You nutter. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to tow a donut or nothing, I admit. Oh. But I thought 4 horse, 5 horse, but that was cheap. You know what I mean? The engine was cheap, the boat was cheap. So that side of it was cushy. But that's why it's cheap. I can't wait to see you, Martin. I get my missus to come down. She's used to dealing with floppy. Could you imagine Martin in that with me? I mean, he's pierced me ear with an hook. 5-horse yam, 2-stroke short shaft. Well, I've got a 4-horse yam, short shaft, 4-stroke. Well, so I don't need to go anywhere fast. I just don't want to row. And the faster you go in them things, the wetter you get. So I'll have to make myself, I've got so much gear in this poxy car. I'm going to have to make me, oh, I've got a seat box. I suppose I could sit on that. But yeah, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Fishing has been cancelled. Because I'm an idiot. Hatchie, how you doing, buddy? Martin sat on the wheelhouse holding a tube connected to the air intake of a half-submerged Lister diesel. Yeah, I don't think me and Ginger could get in here. Well, we would, but we'd probably sink. Still, until I get a pump and blow it up, I'm not going to know if it's got any small leaks. I shouldn't have thought so, because it's been pumped out a month. And I've got a pair of oars for it. One of the oar clips is missing one side. One of the handles is missing the other side. So it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it won't pretty money. But yeah, so what time is it? It's 9:30. I might as well go home and sulk, innit? Because my ragworm definitely ain't going to make and last another 2 days. And I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, if there was any seawater I could get anywhere near, if I put them in seawater, fresh seawater, would that liven them up or would it kill them? Bubble test it as you're not going out. I'm just mental skeet. I mean, like, I'll blow it up, and if it stays blown up for a day, I'll go eating it. I'll just get one of them electric pumps and pump it up rock hard and see if it stays that way. Yeah, I could salt them, Steve, but seems a waste. I mean, they're like really nice big king rag, and I hate wasting ragworm. I don't know what it is. It's like, I mean, if I lost 20 quid, I'd sulk, but losing a pound of ragworm is worse, if that makes any sense. It probably don't. It's probably me. But I've got the bait. I've got everything. I just can't go anywhere unless I sit here till 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I'd only get what? I'd get 2.5 hours before I'd have to row back in again. And it ain't really worth it, is it? Yeah, fishing's cancelled, actually. It's all gone Pete Tong. It was a good idea. Got a cooker, have a cook up with. Because there ain't no seawater at the yard, at the club. My boat's half flat, which I just bought, and my engine, like, is a bit of a pig to start, and I want to service it before I actually go out in it. Apart from that, everything's brand new. I've got the bait, got fuel, got all my gear. I've even brought a lump of foam to sit on, and I can't go nowhere. I had it all planned in my head. But that's what happens when I plan things in my head. Nothing sort of goes right. So if anyone wants a 9-foot Parker dinghy, I've got one of them for sale. Fiberglass dinghy, all original gel coat. At this rate, I'll still be sat here at 1 o'clock in the morning, won't I? What to do? More tea, Vicar. Oh, well done, eh? Okay. I've got them on what day's today? When did I go eat last? It's Wednesday today, so it must have Sunday. I got them Sunday. Fishing off the pier. I don't know if you can fish. I don't even know if you can fish off South Bray Pier. I could probably go down Langston Ferry and fish off the ferry pontoon, but I don't know if I'll catch anything. Not the galley fridge. Yeah, no, they've been in, like I say, Sunday I got them. Literally, the bait digger brought them in. I put them straight in my cool box. Took them out for the day in the cool box. Took them home that night because I never used them, like I say, because I was catching mackerel on feathers. Put them in the fridge. Put them in new vermiculite. Put them in the fridge. And I thought yesterday, I better freeze them, they'll be dead. And they weren't. They were still, like, lively. Went down to freeze them today. Checked them again. And they were still lively. So, in my head, because I've got a pound of lively ragworm, go and buy a boat and an engine and go fishing. Didn't work. Didn't work. Got it wrong. Got it wrong, Rodney. Still, like I say, the boat was a bargain. The engine was a bargain. So I can't moan to beat that. My boat's up, me Predator's up, safe in the yard, on its trailer. I can fit, got to say, another solar panel to that. I've pressure washed her all off, outside, inside, yesterday. So she's all gleaming. Bought another boat kite dangler. I thought I'd go out fishing I'll go dinghy fishing because I've got mine in the yard. But then I thought my 9-foot Parker dinghy ain't really big enough to put an engine on. So, and I didn't want to row it everywhere. So I bought a rib, a 3-metre rib and a 4-horse, Yamaha engine to go fishing. So that I wouldn't waste 20 quid's worth of bait. How the hell does that work? Rather than waste... So you got a dead boat, dead engine, live ragworm, no water. Bang on, Chunk. You've hit the nail right on the head. That's basically what I got. Yeah. And like I say, in my head, when I set out at 7 o'clock to buy the engine, then go buy the boat, then come down the yard, launch it and go fishing, everything was going to run the plan. It didn't. And like I say, probably once I've got it all sorted, the weather will turn the rat shit and blow its tits off. And it'll probably be neap. Oh, bugger. It'll be neap tides, can't get no ragworm, and the weather sucks. But I promise I will. Yeah, I tried. You got to smile, won't you? What can you do? I'm still trying to work out though, rather than waste 20 quid's worth of ragworm, go out and buy another boat, another engine to go fishing so you don't waste the 20 quid's worth of ragworm. Don't make a lot of sense, do it really? Thank you very much, Chunk. Mr. Bean goes fishing. That's having my surname's Bean. So what would you expect? Mr. Bean, the Pompey fisherman. I ain't got much hope, have I, really? If I refer to you, C start, and we both get... Yeah, no, it does. It does. But the trouble is, the fella showed me it running like on a video. Pumps water, goes in gear, forward, reverse, does everything. But the video was like a couple of weeks old. So consequently, when I got there, he nearly had a coronary pulling the bleeding cord about 35 times. And I said to him, mate, I'm 309 years old. If I was trying, I'd have a heart attack trying to do that, wouldn't I? I need one that you pull it and it starts. Short of taking the top off and putting a snap-on drill with a socket on top of the bleeding power head and pulling the trigger to start it. I think my mum dropped me on my head when I was a kid. I tried to do a short how to set up boat fish. That's the one, Chunk, yeah. I tried to do a short and explain the problem, but like the short don't give you enough time to like tell that many problems before it cuts out of like time. So I thought I'd go live and just explain to everyone that I'm a complete plonker. Three boats, two engines, no sea. Oi, Carl. Yeah, in hindsight, I suppose I could. Nah, I'm definitely. I'm not talking myself into that. I'm just thinking like there is some air in it, so it probably wouldn't have sunk. And the engine might have started up more than once and got me where I wanted to go, but it would have been like sitting on a jelly mould. Wayne, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Later, Steve. I want to go home in a minute. go home, sit on the sofa and watch the telly and stay where I should be. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous, wouldn't I? I bought a mobile pressure washer for me boat the other day that runs off a 12 volt, because my mate Jeff had one. And the one he had was about, I don't know, it wasn't huge. And I saw one for sale, and I thought, oh, I'll get one of them for my boat. And when it turned up, Izzy's, I don't know, holds about a gallon of water. The one that turned out holds about 5 gallons of water, and it would take half the bleeding boat up. So that sat in the shed. That was another good purchase. Where you pointing that camera? Not a pretty sight. That ain't nice. I'll tell you what, I'd have to have super enlarged lens. Well, I'm going to finish my cup of tea. Sitting here looking at my new purchase. Contemplating the meaning of life. I suppose, and get on eBay tomorrow and spend some more money. Getting a pair of wheels for the back of the rubber rib. What else do I need? I want a pump. Blow the damn thing up. Right. I love you all, people. Ronnie Gilmore. Rushed in the buy boat. It came with a Suzuki 2-stroke main outboard. It blew up. The small backup outboard was a toss. Yeah, you'll probably find the 2-stroke main outboard. I had one of them when I changed the petrol over, and I put E10 in it. Went steaming off down Chichester Harbour at a rate of knots, and melted the bearings to the crank, and then had to row back like 2.5 miles to get back home again. Thanks, guys. Love you all. Next time, when I put up that I'm going to go fishing, I'm going to make sure, cheers Wayne, I'm going to make sure the sea is in, the boat is pumped up, the engine runs, and my worms are alive. Alright guys, love you, thanks for popping in. Sorry it was a complete balls up, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye. Night Rich.